Evening, everyone. Week 21, I'll show me your medals. Happy Easter out there. Be Good Friday when you probably watch this tomorrow. And yeah, we're just talking about what a crazy night, what a crazy night. And I think the biggest news today is Virgil van Dijk signed a new contract.
I don't know where this is going. But we covered the full game. Virgil van Dijk, yeah. We said it though. We said after Salah done, Van Dijk's going to confirm, and it's just Trent. And Trent's not like fully out the door yet. You know what I mean? There is a small possibility he stays, right?
No.
No, you think he's...
I think he just wants. He'll announce it at the end of the season.
Okay.
I think he wants to show some class.
Maybe. But anyway, that's a good result for you guys, man. Salah and VVD. Because we were talking about before when we say, imagine if they leave, it's a whole rebuilding job. But no, you kept the spine, you get what I mean? It's all good.
Yeah. I mean, we can rebuild around them.
Do you reckon you guys got a lot of money to rebuild for next season? Yeah.
Yeah, we spent jack shit in the summer.
Yeah.
We get quite a lot for winning the league. We went decent in the Champions League. We came top of the Champions League, and we automatically got like 20 million just for
Is it?
Yeah, just by finishing top.
That's pretty good.
There's murmurs
That's a share of the TV money, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's less than that. Obviously, being the World Cup is where you get a lot more money. But just going on this new format, there's more money available, and just finishing top, we've got some decent fun. So, obviously it depends how many people would buy and how much for, and but yeah, because we didn't spend any in the summer, we'll probably get rid of a couple. Yeah, we should be fine.
I think you sent it, but you know who Liverpool always linked with? That Kubo guy from Real Sociedad. But he was always linked with Kubo, but as a replacement of Salah. But now Salah stays, so maybe that goes to bed. But imagine.
Yeah, he's probably changed the transfer policy a bit.
Yeah,
we'll see. But yeah, we should be fine financially. But yeah, I didn't mean to steal.
No, it's all right.
United.
But United, man, what a game! Like I said in the chat, like for the neutrals, or even for neutrals, that is what you need. Like the quality might have been there, but for drama, you can't beat comebacks like that, and especially 15 minutes left, like the 2-0 down. So it's 2-0 up half time, 2-2 full time. And then you two are ready to be like a typical United shit because it was 10 men. Remember, it was 10 men, and then I was like, "Fuck, it's disgraceful, man." I was going to get rid of all of them. They're all shit. But then we pulled out 15 minutes second half, and then got three goals. And then even Will, you was like, "What's happened to Manu?" Will, you not seen the goal, then, have you?
I haven't seen any of the extra time stuff because I switched it off. I thought United had done now.
Oh man, imagine people in the stadium like you were leaving and they've just missed like.
I'm not a fan though.
I know, but I'm saying obviously fans.
That's disgraceful.
Fans would have left. Fans, the 2-0 down would have left, but they would have literally missed the moment of their lives, right? That would be the pinnacle of comebacks.
I understand you were down, but. I think you have to stick with the team on those nights.
People always leave, though. I never understand people. I never understand people that leave early. They pay like £100 for a ticket, right? And then it was England. I think it was England when people were leaving the stadiums way back when in that game.
I do sort of get it because you want to try and
you beat the traffic.
Beat the traffic, and it is a real thing.
Yes,
it takes like half an hour just to get out of the stadium. So I get that, but not on a night like this.
But anyway. Can you imagine?
Those guys are literally must be sick.
It would have been the height of their footballing spectator life. Do you know what I mean? Like, how can you come back from 2-0 down 15 minutes and that Will, your mic's not working?
It's like the Liverpool thing. Their comeback. It's like if you left that, you've missed.
You're never getting it back.
Opportunity.
You're never getting it back. Yeah. As a football fan, you live for these, especially live as well. Like on TV, for example, we're fine. Like I said, we got in and out of it. But to be there, because Dave, you see that little kid they were kept filming that was crying.
No, they had a camera.
He was bawling his eyes out. The commentator was like, "Oh, poor kid. This is thinking." And then he come back and it's like, I hope they show that kid again, and he was embracing his dad. So it's like that. Yeah, man, can't beat that.
He's gonna remember that moment forever. Like,
but do you know who else won today? Spurs. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
United,
it's like
Spurs United final. Yeah.
So what is it? Did the Lazio game finish?
Lazio went through.
Did Lazio go through? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
No.
I don't know.
No,
Lazio
didn't go through. The other team went through. We went to penalties.
Bodo Glimt.
So Spurs has got
Bodo Glimt. Spurs.
Spurs has got
Bodo Glimt. Spurs.
Spurs is in the final then, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, they'll have to
be.
They'll have to really, they'll have to really fuck up now to not beat Glimt. But saying that Glimt did beat Lazio the first leg, but come on, this is that's like a Europa Conference type match, right? Where Spurs should win that.
Did they beat you?
Who? Bodo Glimt?
Yeah.
Did they? I don't remember, man. You know that you said it, maybe.
Yeah, white from
maybe. No, but anyway.
Quick question on Spurs then. Andrew's off his trot.
Right.
If he wins,
does he stay? No. It's the same thing as the Ten Hag situation, though, isn't it? If he
Ten Hag won an FA Cup and then he stayed.
I know, but it's not. Like we kept saying, even if you win a trophy, it's just peppering over cracks. You get what I mean? Like it's like the badness is that you can't say we know that there's shit. They have to go. He has to go. But envision a day where he does win it. It's just more of a thank you for winning. See you later. Do you get what I mean?
I think they'll keep him.
That'd be stupid. That'd be bonkers.
There's quite a few managers available though.
Do you remember? It'd be like the Di Matteo situation. He won them a Champions League, but he wasn't it. Like we know he was. Well, did fans know it? Like it was seen a bit harsh, but he was never seen again. Right? They got rid of him and never seen again. But the circumstances led him to win that Champions League. You can't. If Ange wins it, he still has to go. It's worse than the Ten Hag situation. The team is what, like 15th or something like that.
No, listen, 17 losses. Is it?
Yeah,
you've got 14. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. You've got 14, but they've got 17.
Seriously, they should make the final, right? Like they've got the best dream lineup. You get what I mean? Like in terms of, we don't know much about Bodo Glimt, but even Lazio, you would have thought they'd been a bit tougher. But Manchester Spurs in the final with Man United.
No, I think Bodo Glimt has been playing well, but I think Spurs have something about them to edge through for sure.
No, we don't need to dress it up. Bodo Glimt are shit.
We don't know anything about them really, but just judging it.
If Bodo Glimt shit and they beat United,
again, let's put it this way, right? In Championship Manager, and you get that fixture, you're laughing all the way to the bank. You know what I mean?
You don't press reset.
Yeah, exactly. We don't even need to save it. We're going straight through, bro. We are going straight through. Yeah, we're playing our reserve keeper or everyone as well. All of that.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, but I guess that flew under the radar because of what happened with United. Spurs pulled out the bag.
So it's Atletico Bilbao for us again.
That's a tough.
Obviously, it'd be tough, but Leon was tough. It's on the same par. You know what I mean? Like, for all you know, they could we probably get our deserve because what we should have been out, right? And they could do us over. But
does Ananas deserve the start?
Nah. Today's game, from your messages again, like I said, I didn't catch it. I thought it was gonna be clangers, but it weren't.
It's not clangers, but bro, like you're going.
That way, he could have.
How are you saving the goal inside when it's past them? How? What? I don't understand that.
It wasn't a mistake or anything. It was so
goalkeeping. That's a goalkeeping error in my eyes. How are you saving at that point? Surely you should know where you are.
It was savable. The fact that he would have got that.
You guys would have saved that,
and you would have just said, "Good, done your job, innit? You would have
done your job, yeah."
Yeah, but look, come on, man. It's all happy days. We're all happy.
I've got a quick question for you, bro. I don't know if you watch football as passionate as I do.
Probably not.
When I watched Arsenal and we did what we did that day, we talk about that later.
Yeah.
I was screaming my head off. Like, for you, are you like that?
No.
You're just very reserved.
No, so when I was watching this one, I was probably thinking, fuck me, this is crazy, it's mad. But no, and another one, I was watching it with Harper, so, I can't really doing cartwheels there. But even generally, when I watch football, no, the only time, but I don't know, is it football? Because is it life like that? But even when I watch comedy films and I find something funny, I don't laugh. Dave knows about this. I don't laugh. I just feel like, in my head.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? So I don't know, is it similar to football? But also, I don't think I'm as passionate as a fan as that. The only time I really remember being really like ecstatic was back in the day, the Champions League Bayern Munich game. Again, similar situation. I remember watching it. Yeah. I was on my own downstairs and thinking it's a done deal. And then it came back, and I just remember being proper happy. Like whoever I was with, I was like, doing crazy. But generally now, Nah, I don't think.
What about like UFC and stuff like that? You're just like
no, same.
sit there or
it's a similar situation. Where I watched UFC with Jet one time, and Jet's getting into it like, F him up, do this, and he's like, don't let him do that and stuff. But I just like, yeah, that was a good fight.
What is that? Is that like
shows no emotion?
Too much composure, or just like heartless?
Maybe the second bit, maybe the heartless. I don't know. It's just.
You're the Tin Man.
Yeah, no, it's a weird. It's kind of weird, I guess. But the comedy one is a good example. Because people watch it with me and they get annoyed. They'll be like, "Do you not find that funny?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's funny. I like it." But I'm not laughing.
But you're not laughing. No emotion.
Yeah, I'm not laughing at all. And so the UFC a little bit. I mean, I guess. By the way, no, because it's different. Because I imagine, like you said, you're watching Arsenal and you're on your own. And you're still going crazy. I'm
on my own. Yeah. I'm shouting the frigging
exactly.
So
I think in the crowd context, if I'm watching UFC or football and I'm in the crowd, maybe that would get me going a bit more.
Oh, okay.
But when I'm by myself, I'm literally like, I go, good go.
Yeah, definitely. If you're in a stadium, you're not going to sit down when.
Yeah, you know what I mean. You get into it, but like some people even watching like comment. You know, some people on the train and they laugh at something on the train. Yeah. That would never be me. You get what I mean? Like sometimes
you're like, what are they looking at?
Yeah, so that's just me. Yeah.
What about you, Dave? Before we go,
I'll get really emotional with football, really. But I got to tone it down a bit.
Do you shout at the TV?
Yeah, shout at the TV, jump up. But I'll do less of that now because it scares.
Scares the kids.
It scares the kids. No, especially April. She gets like super scared. So I do like a muted celebration. Yeah. So. But if they weren't around, I'll be like jumping from the rooftops and stuff like that. I think sometimes you can't help it, right? You just get so emotionally involved in the game and with your team that something like that would just just shout from the rooftops.
Anyway, over to Arsenal. Double win over Madrid. Great results. No one saw that.
No one gave us a chance.
You didn't even give us a chance.
The Redondo, what is it, whatever they called it? La Redondo? Nah, come on, man. Look how we controlled that over the two legs, did the game. We were clinical when we had to be. I don't know whether a part of me is like, this isn't the best Madrid side. Well, yeah, no, that's true. That's not the best Madrid side I've ever seen in my life. I'll give you that. But I think there's a heritage attached to that kind of club who pull something. Well, they did it to Liverpool, right? They pulled something out of the bag against Liverpool. But I don't think that they're the best Real Madrid that we know.
I would say, and not taking anything away from Arsenal, it's probably one of the worst Madrid sides. Like if you look at like history, their Madrid side, like they used to have like stand-up players in every position. You know, and
they're more star players than a team, a collective of star players than team football. Whereas where you saw Arsenal, and then obviously you got Kivior like in centre back, makeshift, doing the job very well. Defensively, when we set up, I didn't feel scared at all at any point during that time.
Having a 3-0 advantage helps, though, right?
We work for that, though.
I know, but I'm just saying it changes your mentality completely. Right?
But I think that our mentality was that from the get-go to stay defensively solid. It would be even more so in the second leg. But I felt we were on the front foot throughout. I do feel like that wasn't the first penalty. It wasn't a penalty. I thought that was a little bit
soft. Yeah,
soft. I can see why it's given, but I didn't think it was a penalty. The second one that got rescinded was not a penalty. You can see the way he flopped about like a fish. That was terrible.
I don't know. I think the second one is more than the first one.
It's more than the first one, but
I've seen them give them.
seen him given, but you can tell by the way he.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have his arms around him anyway, regardless of whether he died or anything like that. You know, he's literally, you know, filling him up.
Shall we talk about the first penalty?
The actual penalty.
Yeah. What was he thinking? I sent it to you guys.
Do you know what
not
it is?
like him to do that.
I reckon because he had a 3-0 lead kind of thing. He thinks he can do what he wants. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think
I don't think he's like that. He's not that.
But that can be the only explanation. Now, why would he? If it was a melting point and like not 3-0 up, do you not think he would have taken it how he normally takes it? He just thought like, you know.
The thing is, Courtois is massive. I didn't realise how massive that guy actually is. Yeah, so his reach must be incredible.
And you know what? It's actually a really good save. Yeah. If you watch it, you have to get his
the other arm in position to stop it.
But yeah, I found
it was a bad pen though. It was a really bad pen.
I found it strange to do it. Just lash it.
Yeah.
Is what I'm. Yeah. You know, because like I said, I think that's out of character for him.
Very out of character. Or he was either trying to be too clever, or maybe what you said. But I just can't see the latter being the reason why. But he did exactly what he wanted to do for his goal.
Yeah.
What a goal! What vision from like that? You know, you've got our makeshift number 9 Marino coming with 2 amazing assists. And you know, coming into the game, we were just worried because everyone was talking about the Real Madrid comeback. Even closed the roof to boil the rice. You know what I mean? So they did everything they can to do the mind games, but they were overturned. They were just not good at all.
Yeah,
I don't know if we just silenced them by the way that we played.
Bit of both. I think obviously, you know, you kept them at bay, but we know they're not the best.
Did you not hear that the rumours that they might get rid of Ancelotti before the season ends?
Yeah,
there's something like.
No, I think it's after the cup. The cup game.
The cup is before the season ends, so supposedly they might just finish the cup and then get rid of him. I don't know, was it just paper talk? But this guy's sports reporting it. But that's
you can't do him dirty like that. Look at what he's done for like his footballing career. You can't do that to him.
How far are they from the?
I think they're 4 points behind, and something like that. I think Barca's got it semi-wrapped up.
But I think we've proved a point with a lot of people who doubted us over the past two games. We've been solid, and there's high hopes. Even with PSG, the way Aston Villa dismantled them at their home ground, I feel like we have something about us to.
You can that's what I mean. It's not beyond the realms again, man. Because like I said, this PSG team is doing well, but they're not the PSG of old. I mean, you can envision Arsenal winning the game. Let's go, Pablo.
Yeah. I don't know. I just it's the age-old thing of being an Arsenal fan. You just don't know whether to feel the full confidence. I can't feel the full confidence yet because of all the letdowns in the past.
Yeah.
But we definitely do look a lot more solid in the way we play. Even in that last game, that 2-1 game, I didn't feel worried at all. The only thing was that mistake from Saliba. I don't know what he was doing for that. He seemed so oblivious for their goal. But hopefully you get through. But PSG next. What day is it on actually? It's on
end of the month.
End of month, Tuesday on end of month, right? It's going to be big.
No, it's a big game. It's a big game because obviously
big game.
It's the final. Who have Barcelona got?
Was it
Inter?
Yeah. I don't know how they went ahead a few times, but Bayern clawed it back here and there. So that was quite a good game.
Yeah.
But obviously I was focused on Real Arsenal.
Yeah, so
I don't know. Did you see Jude Bellingham though? The way he was.
You know what? I was mentioning it over 2 legs, right? he's a proper see you next Tuesday. Even in the first leg, right? He I don't know who he was having a go at Lewis Skelly or something like that. Yeah. And then he did something to Saka as well, didn't he? He said something. So
did something to Saka, did something to Declan.
Yeah.
He's pushed over Timber from throw-in. Like, what's he playing at? And I know it's frustration and that, but
he's not the England Bellingham. Like Madrid has made him into that, I reckon.
No, a nasty character.
Yeah. Ramos, right?
Horrible. Have you seen Pepe do all that shit?
Yeah,
as well?
Pepe was awful as well. So that's the thing. That's why I'll always prefer Barcelona, because Real Madrid is full of scumbags.
So dirty. You're talking about Bellingham with his antics. He's just a horrible person.
I sent you that clip though. Yeah, it's really weird when I see that, because obviously it's international teammates and England teammates. Yeah. So I wonder, but then I did think, what about Arsenal kind of thing. That's like, Saka, your boy Rice, they're literally the midfield trio, right? But then I was thinking about when us friends play football brings that different side of you. Do you get what I mean? And bring out, these are professionals. So imagine if us group of friends are playing, and sometimes does get a bit rough.
Yeah, we're competitive, but we don't.
I'm
stamping
saying,
on people.
No, but I'm saying,
did you see Rudiger stamping on Lewis?
Yeah. That's dirty.
Horrible.
No, but because with the Bellingham one, like they would do that, but I reckon just after the game they would shake hands and they're back, and then they're literally friends. It's a bit like us, though. Do you get what I mean? It happens. You have a few words, and after the game you shake hands, and then your best buddy. You got to eat Nando's together. You know what I mean? So if we're like that, and they're like professionals, think of the drive that they want. You know what I mean? The mentality is there is no friendship. Like I don't care we're literally friends.
Once you cross that white line,
because you see, like even Saka was ready to be like, "What the f you doing?" And I'm sure they're boys, right? But he was about to step in, and they would have squared up or whatnot. But it's
like back in the day when like Alan Shearer and Razor Ruddock were best friends.
Yeah,
I mean, you remember that, and then they had the one game against each other because obviously he was marking him, and like they nearly had a fight on the pitch.
Okay,
and they're meant to be best mates. That's what I mean.
But it's just like that. Your strive, your motivation to win and be competitive, right? It's so high that they don't see that there's no love, basically.
But we're saying Madrid do that the most, though. Bunch of dirty bastards.
But
Ramos was a dirty.
It's probably drilled into them, though, isn't it? It's probably drilled into them, like you know what I mean.
That's what I said. Bellingham never used to be like that, and now he's at Madrid. So
just on that point of like friends and competing, I've competed against friends when I've been playing basketball, and I do get it. Do you feel like it's because they are your friends and they'll understand after that you're just trying to win the game?
No, well.
There's a comfort zone within that where there's a line, you're going to step on that line, or maybe more.
No, but it's personality traits. You can say, you speak for us best. Like, how do you feel about it then? Like, what goes through your mind?
I want to punch the fuck out of them.
Exactly. But why?
What are you doing, man?
But it's not because you think you can get.
I'm not like that. I'm not like that. I don't get dirty. I don't get dirty in that sense.
Yeah.
Or do I? There have been a couple bad fouls, actually.
You probably do. I think we all do. I think when you get caught up, you get caught up.
Yeah, we've seen like look, I don't know like from you, but I'm saying people get red.
No, and
they just
they're on the same team.
Remember something as innocuous as Panda Day.
Yes, exactly. Okay, like that. It's like that. And you are friends, but you just get so. Like you see the red mist, and you're gone. You get in, you're gone. And then
you talk about rounders.
Yeah, well, that was the Panda Day, but I always forget rounders. Yeah, you get what I mean. And you're just gone, and then
There's loads of examples, and people you wouldn't even think get red misted and have an argy bargy.
Yeah, need to see it from Ben one day then. Imagine.
Funny.
Yeah. But I guess that's it. We on to PSG. Big game. Barcelona got Inter.
It's written.
I want that revenge game. I really want that revenge game.
Yeah, I want that
revenge.
That game would be
nice. I want
us
to win it.
That game, as a final, that would be like the proper dream up final. But it would just scare me that Arsenal is only one match away from winning it. Then, like, I'd be shitting bricks.
The final, anything can happen, right? In the final,
anything can happen. The ship because they were out of they were leading, and then they lost the lead of La Liga. Now they're back up, so
you don't know what kind of Arsenal you get. That's the same with Arsenal. You don't know what kind of Arsenal you get.
That's what I think it'd be a good game, because both teams turn up, it'd be a decent game.
I think all the teams that we're going to play against are not like your friggin' Stokes or whatever. They'll play football. When teams play football against us, that's when we seem to get the right results. Yeah,
of course.
It's probably shown from the Real Madrid game, like they were attacking. So it's like
it falls into a lot of like attacking clubs' hands.
And that's why I wanted Real Madrid over Atletico.
Yeah, because
I know how bloody what's his face plays.
Yeah,
horrible.
I know. And
Simeone.
As we know, we hate that low block, mid-low block, and we hate scoring from set pieces.
Because Luis Enrique wouldn't play like that.
No,
he plays open football.
Yeah.
Can you imagine, guys? Every one of us team on here would win a trophy this season. Is it, right?
Imagine that though. That would
show me a medal right there. Proper
show me medals. But that'd be good then. It just shows the strength of the Premiership minus United.
And Chelsea got the Conference Cup.
If they don't win that,
you go.
I don't know who they're playing. So half these teams.
Yeah, so it could be like a clean sweep, and we might. Yeah, like I said, we get that. We get that 6.
But how do you get into that Super Cup thing? Club World Cup. How do you get into that?
It's the invite, no?
No, it's the Champions League.
You have to win the Champions League
winner and the Europa League winners. So,
no, you're talking about the World Cup.
The Super Cup. But there's a Club World Cup.
Dave, you're talking about the Super Cup. Super Cup.
I was talking about Super Cup.
Oh, the Super Cup is the Europa versus the Champions League guy. But there's that other one.
That's a big trophy as well, no?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, you win.
The World Cup club is
that's invite, no?
That's winners of the league.
Winners,
because Inter Milan in that one.
They won it last year, though.
Yeah.
Inter Milan,
winners of the league.
Inter Miami's in a random cup.
Is it?
We'll have to look up.
Not Club World Cup.
I don't think they're in the Club World. Basically, the Club World Cup is the champions of every league.
Yeah,
this is the one way back when Man United was first introduced to it, and then they got a buy in the FA Cup. There's a big thing about that. This is going back years ago.
Actually, you have to win something to get into it.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look. But Inter Miami is in a random cup, and it looks like it was from invite because they're popular.
Have they won the MLS or something?
I
don't follow.
I don't know. Maybe don't know who won that.
As in American soccer.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted. All right.
Anyway, the Prem we can just breeze past, right? What happened in the Prem? I don't even know. Liverpool had up 2-1.
It's horrible.
Man United got smashed 4-1 by Newcastle.
It was it's like I said, the Premier League's the second
the predictions were
it's a procession.
It's a procession now.
Because
I hope we don't do this Guard of Honor shit when we come through, man. Fucking hell. But Arsenal Brentford was 1-1 in the end. Another refereeing decision, by the way.
What was it? 1-1. Who scored now?
Partey
scored.
Yeah. There was another refereeing decision again.
Anyway, the Prem, there's nothing happening in the Prem no more.
Yeah, nothing. Arsenal Brentford 1-1. I went 1-0. Dave 3-1. Bo 2-1 to Brentford. Liverpool West Ham, was it?
Yeah.
I went 1-1. Dave went 2-0. Bo went 1-0 Liverpool. What was the result in the end?
2-1.
2-1 Liverpool.
2-1. Very close, Dave. And then Newcastle United. Dave, no respect, but he went 4-0 and he was the closest one. I went 2-0 and Bo went 2-1 again, and we went all. You went against your own.
Yeah, well, rightly so, right? But yeah, Dave with the 4-0, not a bad shout.
I knew that.
Would you think it was a worse result? Man United losing 4-1 to Newcastle, or Spurs losing 4-2 to Wolves?
Spurs. They should not be losing to Wolves.
Even though Wolves are their
Newcastle, if you think about their trajectory over the season, they've been way better than United.
Yeah, I guess.
But so then you in that You'll be the underdog in that game.
Yeah, but we will be an underdog. But as a club, Man United shouldn't be losing to Newcastle, especially for we should.
Newcastle have been good though.
Yes, I know,
season.
but 4-1 was like
you're just taking. If you go man for man in your team versus Newcastle's,
you'll take Newcastle any day. Yeah,
you'll take most of their players. So I don't think that is probably a valid thing to say.
Do you think there's 6 games left? Right, is your second assured? Newcastle is 4 points behind you guys.
Who have we got left? We've got Liverpool.
You got an easy game. Ipswich, Palace.
No, we'll get second.
You have got Liverpool and Newcastle to end the 2 matches, right? And that means, and if there's only 4 points, Newcastle, if they peg it back, do you imagine
it depends what Newcastle do as well.
Yeah. But imagine that you would think that they would, second home and dry, right? But it's not.
It's not home and dry because we would look to rest players.
Yeah, there's that too as well. But I don't think, like you said, other than some prize money, second and third, nothing different in terms of
it's not big.
But you'd always like to finish second. You know what I mean? Always icing on the cake, right?
No one remembers second, so it doesn't matter.
Fair enough.
But if you're third and win Champions League, that's fine, isn't it?
Look at us talking about winning Champions League now.
Hey, if you win a FA Cup or if you win a Charity Shield, you're fine, isn't it?
3-time Charity Shield winner,
yeah.
So just on that World Cup quickly. So it's basically the champions of each continent. So the Champions League version, in Asia, America, and the
And is Inter Miami in that?
No.
Oh, okay, fine, fair enough.
So Seattle is the one that from the USA, representing USA.
Seattle, what? Seattle Sounders?
Seattle Sounders. Yeah.
So, all right, FPL. I don't want to talk about it. But,
man, I had a stonking week, man. Harvey Barnes.
Are we doing any predictions or not really?
Oh,
yeah. Go on. Follow the predictions up.
Well. Yeah. Go on, Dave. You shout it out.
Oh, shit. Where am I? Who's first? It is. Oh, we'll play on Sunday.
Oh yeah.
We'll have a chance.
We've all got easy games. I say that, but
Ipswich, Arsenal away.
Yeah, we're still smacking them with a B team. I'll go 2-0.
Is that it?
Are we away?
Away, yeah.
Away, yeah.
It won't be a big team as such. Like let's say the Champions League's not for a little while. When you want to, like I said, fight
2-0.
2-0. 3-0 Arsenal.
Right.
I'm going to go a bit out there. A bit.
Is Ipswich, Dave? Is Ipswich?
Have you seen their record, bro?
I know, but this is Arsenal, who've not been performing in the league.
Ipswich did get a 2-2 draw with Chelsea.
We're not getting results from the ref decisions.
Yeah, and the ref's not going to be on your side this weekend either. So I'm going 1-1.
Real Madrid
1-1.
Okay, 1-1. I'm going 1-1. No respect.
1-1.
No respect.
Whatever, man. Whatever.
All right, and then United versus Wolves.
All right, Wolves bashed up Spurs. Be careful. And your players are tired.
2-2. Strand Larson to score again.
Wolves been doing all right in terms of getting goals.
Wolves been doing all right.
I'm saying another bang up. I'm saying, I'm saying 4-1. Okay.
4-1 to Wolves, right?
Yeah, the Wolves. Yeah.
Wolves were the one that banged us up like this 2-0 this season and like last season. So Wolves are
4-1.
If Onana's in goal, it's got to be a lot of goals, isn't it? I'll go 3-2 to Wolves. And
then final game, Leicester versus Liverpool. Liverpool won.
Oh, Leicester been arse as well.
Right, they're just a shit at Southampton.
Yeah, they're so bad. Go on, Dave.
I think. Well, obviously, know that we won. I think we'll be playing with a bit of freedom. 3-0.
Oh, that's what I was going to go for.
Yeah, I think 3-0.
Whilst those away, then I will go I'll go 4. Give you the respect. You got nothing to lose now anyway, so it's just like you just do what you want to do. And then you've got almost like new signings in Salah and Van Dijk, so they'll be renewed in their form. I went 4-0 to Liverpool.
Oh, Leicester! Leicester's a joke of a club. What did Dave go for?
3-0.
3-0.
Oh, I would have went 3-0 then. So let's say
I was gonna go 3-0.
4-1 then. 4-1.
Right, nice.
Right, that's done. Until next week.
Okay.
FPL. Quick one on FPL.
FPL.
Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes smashed it. Jacob Murphy. Actually did pretty good, but not as good as I thought, because everyone was quite highly.
That's what I thought. I thought I was going to get some good points this week.
Yeah. So what did you have? You had.
Everyone else got 70.
Well, you had 75 and thought you did well, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm on 95 and still not even that great. There's a few like 90s popping about. Do you know what I mean? It's mad.
It is mad. It is mad. Yeah, Si got 98. Bloody hell.
But so what's it now? We're all 9 points behind Will, 30 points behind Dave, 40 points
Ricky
behind.
RKO out of nowhere, man.
I told you about Ricky, sneaky.
Yeah.
He's a whole like almost, what's it, not 30, 20 odd points ahead now.
Yeah.
It's still, last time I wrote it off, but we've had to get a couple more good game weeks, yeah? And like Ting's 50-point lead, 40-point lead could be eaten up, man.
It will, yeah. I'm overtaking that this week. Guarantee.
Captain picks this week?
Not saying anything now.
I'm going to bring in Saka and captain him.
Who?
Saka.
I think he's going to get rested. You know?
I hope not. He's got Arsenal. Got double game.
He actually needs the games. That's why I think he might play. He actually needs.
But then he'll probably get subbed off like 60 minutes. And
Dave, your captain.
Let me have a look. I got a pick of everyone. I might go. Shit.
Don't forget to do your team, right? It's Easter. You might forget that it's Saturday. That's what normally happens.
You get confused because you think so. I might go.
The thing is, Liverpool's got Leicester, but only a single game. Would you do that over a double game week?
No. You always have to. I think you always have to pick double game. I think I might go Marouche.
Okay. Yeah.
I went De Bruyne.
De Bruyne. He ain't gonna play well again. He's rotation risk now.
Yeah, but I think Marouche, especially because now City've got some decent fixtures.
Because then like Leicester's there for the picking, right? If you were saying 4-0, surely Salah is involved in quite a lot of those.
Well, I'd rather have 2 bites of the cherry than one.
Yeah, you always do, but we'll see. All right,
but this is where I'm gonna make my move this game week.
Will, you got your assistant manager chip run. This is the one we spoke about. You did it on that Gazna guy. 2 points on the double game week. It made me laugh because we were saying it could be a maverick move, right? Because he just needed to beat one of them.
That's what I wanted
to get crazy points, and in the end, he just scored. He just got 2 points.
Yeah, that was horrible. Yeah.
Anyway,
he's double game week, so it's going to be a bit crazy.
So wait, you've still got him for the next week? Well,
no, that's it.
That's it. You used it 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I see.
That's fine. You got any chips left?
I'm playing my bench boost now. Just hoping for the best because next week I've got no players on my thing.
I've got my free hit for next week.
Horrible. Did not plan this well.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
Right.
What? Yeah, Dave.
Yeah. So I always do my homework like a good little boy. I've got a couple probably. Yeah, I got 1, 2. I got 4, but one might be really quick.
Okay, we're gonna need about.
Properly done his own work, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you could do plastic surgery, like no cost, that cost doesn't matter. What would you do?
I thought you said no cock allowed.
Okay.
Cock doesn't matter or cot doesn't matter.
Okay. So yeah, surgery.
On myself.
What would you do and why? And you can't say penis enlargement because
No. Well, on ourselves, yeah.
Yeah.
Plastic surgery.
Yeah. Or cosmetic surgery. What would you do and why?
Okay.
Because obviously Koreans are renowned for this, and I think the most popular one is the double eyelids, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
You answered my question there. What would I do? I would get my Westerner eyes done. I would get my what's that meme? I'll put that on my credit card, please.
Seriously, you would.
Yeah, well, okay. You asked me.
But isn't that like
my characteristic?
Yeah.
Nah. If I would, the thing is, no. You're asking me, would I do it? I wouldn't do it. But even if I was like a multi-millionaire, money was an object. I wouldn't do it. By the way, but you're posing the question of what would I do? Does that make sense? So I wouldn't do it. Like it's not a money issue that's why I'm not doing it. But if you ask me if I had to have plastic surgery, what would be my go-to? Yeah, I would.
Your eyes.
I would enlarge my eyes and disgrace my family ancestry and
yeah.
Will?
Probably get my teeth done. That's probably what I'd get if anything. I don't care. I'm quite happy with myself.
Again, same thing. You wouldn't do it, but if you had
I don't need to do it. Like, there's nothing. But if you're saying if I had to, get something, then that would be it.
Because the eye thing is like, I wouldn't say it bothers me. It's never made me self-conscious or anything. But like weirdly enough, like for example, like jokingly or not. Truthfully, but half jokingly, when I'm having kids, like I'm like, please don't have small eyes. Please don't have small eyes. You know, so it's the one thing I'm like, oh, don't have a Chinese face. And thankfully, they both skipped it. You know what I mean? So I can't risk a third, and they might have it, right? So it's just count my blessings for the two, and be done, innit? Do you know what I mean?
To be fair with Melvin, I was like, please have the dimples. Please have the dimples.
So yeah. But anyway,
what about you, Dave?
Go on.
Yeah,
I know. They would have liposuction.
You have muscle implants so that you can finally get to the gym. Sorry.
No, it's all right. I can do that myself. I don't need surgery. I just need to go to Davos once a week.
But we were saying if you put implants and you look the part, then you can start coming. That's the point. Yeah, anyway, go on, Dave. What would you have?
I'll probably get a skin graft on my legs.
Why do you need a skin graft on your legs?
Yeah,
okay. I think I know. You got really peely legs, right? Like it looks like you actively scratched them, but you don't.
No, they're like scars from years and years, and then obviously not healing because I'm old man now.
Or heal badly, basically.
Or they heal badly.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Okay, so eyes, teeth, and legs. Got it, yeah.
That's all right. I thought that'd be a quick one anyway. Okay. What 3 things would you take if you were if you were deserted on an island? And it can't be human, so you can't say I bring Leanne, Harper, and Harvey, and all that. Yeah,
it'll be phone related, phone and internet related.
Yeah, there's no electricity out there, bro.
I'll bring. No, don't laugh, because I'll bring that Wi-Fi router that Kit pays for every month, mate. So, give me that, all right? As long as he keeps paying the bill for me monthly, I'll be all right. Yeah. So there you go.
Oh my god. Okay.
Phone. So then my 3 things: phone, charger, Kit's router. As long as he pays for it.
Well, you're not gonna get time for it. Do you know what I bring? I'll bring deserted island. Yeah. I'll bring.
So just you.
I'll bring a mallet, a machete, and flint rocks. You know those flint rocks. That's what I'll bring.
Very practical.
I'm surviving.
Survival.
I'm surviving, bro.
Very Castaway-ish with Wilson and the football.
Wilson, yeah. I'm surviving, bro. I'm not gonna die.
Yeah, similar. I'll bring a Swiss Army knife, a solar powered torch, and a solar power water heater.
Okay, so you're sorted.
So I'll have a warm shower still.
as long as there's sun where the island is, though, right?
Well, that's what we think, right? If it's not, I'm proper screwed. Apart from my Swiss Army knife. Yeah. Okay. That's cool. Because it's the Easter holidays. And do you remember, or if you can, what did you used to do? Where did you used to go on your school holidays? I know we're Chinese, so we probably didn't do as much.
No, anywhere, bro.
I had a few. There was this activity place, but no one ever remembers what maybe my schooling went, but it's called Horton Kirby, and it's like a little farm bit. And when I meet up with my old school friends, we'll always talk about it, and we'll try to look for it, like if we can replicate it, and then maybe we all got like Mandela effect and know it doesn't exist kind of thing. We know the name, Google it, nothing comes up. But anyway, it's a place. So you just go and then it's like a stayover place, and it's like a farm. There's animals, and you just go rock climbing and just like I don't know, do insects and yeah, it's just a chill out place. But fun memories, proper fun memories. On a meet up with my primary school.
But what is that? Is that you go with your family?
No, that's school. That's with school. That's like a sign off.
What over Easter?
I don't know. It was Easter, but they just asking about
that's what you remember
in school, right? That's what I remember. I don't know if it's Easter. It's one of the breaks anyway. But in terms of actual Easter, I'm not traditional for Easter. I don't really get what it is. I just have a 4-day long weekend, right? But I spoke to my colleagues about it, and eating is it lamb a thing, right, for Easter?
Yeah.
So they have lamb over the Easter or something like that, right? But it's not a tradition I'm aware of myself.
But did you? So you didn't go on like a family outing or holiday?
No.
Your parents must have been working all
exactly.
the time.
So Easter's just hung on my DM. You get what I mean? No such thing, man. You get some Easter eggs.
You and your stool and your noodles.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm doing for Easter, mate. And like pulling out electric sockets with spoons. You know what I mean? That's me. So, any Easter traditions?
The same. I'm the same as Bo. It's either we got sent to the school. They called it a play center, where it almost like when you have after school, they'll have activities after school. But this was during the holidays, and because of my parents' worked, we used to go there for, I guess, childcare in that sense. So I used to do that. So that was fun, and it wasn't just people from your own school. It was other kids around the local area that would go. So I made quite a few friends there. But going away on holiday, never really for Easter. And my mum and dad were just working solid.
Do you remember your first family holiday?
I do. My first family holiday, I think I was like... I
was in France.
10, and then Hong Kong and China.
Okay.
That was for your first holiday?
That's pretty good.
Man, man.
It was the first time on a plane straight. And I tell you something really funny. Not quite funny, it's not funny, but I remember I was quite young, so I was 10, and I remember walking around Hong Kong, and I've got a watch on, innit? And it's a watch from UK. And I asked my sister, I was like, oh, can I just change the time on my UK watch to match the Hong Kong time? And it works. And they're like, yeah, of course it works. So it's like some kid question. But I was like, well, I'm a genius. Like, I work this out, I can just change the time, and I've got like a Hong Kong watch. But yeah, that's my first foray into just change the time in a watch. A watch is universal, basically. When and then going China,
automatic now, mate.
Yeah, people kids don't know about that. And then I remember thinking, going like China, I didn't know what it was like, kind of thing. You know, like back then, like, I'm 10, and you start styling your hair, put your gel in your hair, and I just think, I wonder what they're like. Like they must not do anything, and their hair's just like they don't know what gel is and all of that. Yeah. I just thought they're really dated. They just have the modernization, but obviously you go there and they fucking have the same. Yes, they look after the hair. I don't know what I was envisioning. I just envisioned that they just don't do anything. Like
I got a funny story about China, but yeah, go on.
No, that's it.
Go on.
But anyway, in terms of my first holiday, I remember it clear as day. I went with Hong's family.
Oh yeah,
to Paris, and it was not it was by a coach.
Yeah.
It was one of those like in Chinese we call it tune, but it's kind of I don't know, I forgot what it's like a tour.
Yeah.
But you meet up at a coach station, and then the coach takes you all the way into Paris. We went Disneyland. I think we went Disneyland.
So what age are you?
I went with my cousins. I must have been like 9. That's the like before 10, I think. Before 10. That's the holiday I remember. The first holiday we go abroad, but it's by coach. I remember someone stepping in shit on the coach as well, and it stank the whole way through. It was horrible. It was horrible. And then you got to do. I don't know if you've seen that TV series when they're on the coach and they're on the going on holiday on the coach with loads of other partners and stuff. And they get into like little domestic fights and shit. It's so funny, but it just reminded me of that. But the funny story in China, when I went, I must have been in my like teens, like 15, 16s. Never seen a hole in the ground in it for a toilet. So, I go in there. And I was like, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? So I'm standing there over the hole, and the hole's here, right? I pull my trousers all the way down. I'm like, okay, but then when you squat down, your ass is like on your like where your trousers are there anyways. And you're like, so how am I supposed to do it? So I took one leg off and then held one leg and balanced on, like I had to take my shoe off in it. So I had to balance, take the trousers off, and then put my foot onto my shoe. And I was like, surely not in China. They're not this stupid to do something like this where it takes you forever. Anyway, I got out of there and I was like, I don't think I can go toilet in this environment. It's horrible. Anyway, I worked it out. How to do it. So when you're sitting there, you just pull your trousers down to about here. And then you squat, and then you miss everything else.
Yeah. So
just a quick tip for you: if you go to China and you find a hole in the ground, don't pull your trousers all the way down like me, and then don't slip it off like me. You gotta just slip it down a little bit and then squat.
It's so that because when I went to China, I never seen like last year.
Most recently? You mean that's the first time you've seen it? Just last year?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Because obviously I've been to Hong Kong numerous times, but
Hong Kong
fine.
Yeah, doesn't really.
But just seeing China, but I think we only saw it in 2 places. But a lot of the time they had like modern toilets.
So you didn't use it, Dave, or did you need to?
No, I was doing number 1. So
okay, fine.
Number 1's easy, man. Number 1's easy.
But I try not to do number 2 in public. I can. No, I'd rather go back to wherever I need to go. It's just not good. I think same school holidays. It's more of a like Western thing, isn't it? During like Easter and some all that stuff. Like we did day trips to London regularly, and like probably other places in the UK, but we never like went away.
So what was your first holiday?
Abroad.
Yeah.
I was quite late. I was actually it was Hong Kong, and I was 17.
Wow, that's quite. What? So 17 is your first time on a plane?
No, so I've been abroad, but I took a coach to Spain.
Okay.
So that was
a long journey, isn't it?
Yeah.
24 hours.
No, but your Hong Kong trip is your first time on a plane?
Yeah.
17. Yeah, it's quite old. I mean, or maybe 10 for me was really early, but yeah.
The whole family trip. First time on a plane, first time long haul, first time Hong Kong. I really enjoyed it. But my sort of first family holiday was quite late in life. It's just I think it's just our sort of generation. Where now it's different because now you take your family to Centre Parks.
Now kids at 5, they've been on they've been to 5 different countries and all of that shit. You know what I mean? But that's good though. I mean, I would like to take my kids when they're 8, 6, 7, 8, I think they'll remember. They'll remember their holidays.
Stuff, yeah.
No, they definitely appreciate it, especially if you take them Asia.
Yeah.
That's
get them to know their roots.
Yeah. But it's like really sort of, well, not kid friendly, but there's like loads of toys and stuff to do for kids there. Better than
what about like they say like you really truly know someone when you go on holiday with them, like just to really know what their shitty habits are and stuff like that. Have you had that experience where you've gone on holiday with an ex or whatever, and then you just thought like this person's
we spoke about this ages ago about falling out with a friend, I think. Remember, we've had a chat about me falling out with a friend or having fallen out with a friend, and it's on holiday that like I couldn't take it no more. Like here, it's not like he changed his personality; it's the same person. But on holiday, everything magnifies, and you see because you're isolated, isn't it? Like here, you're probably around more friends, so like
you're vulnerable because you don't know where.
Yeah, maybe so. We'll just stuff like that just boil to a point, and then silly stuff like he did, like we'll go back to the hotel, and then he'll just go up and not wait for people in the lobby, kind of thing. Like just go up to the lift, and he's gone. Get him in, and it's like, where is he gone? That kind of thing. So I think on a holiday it might magnify because I guess here, like there is no lobby. You know what I mean? So maybe I don't see that bit. So then that will frustrate me. And then there was we went to Japan as well. So actually, it's a different holiday, but I got frustrated with him twice, so I don't know why I was still friends with him. But that one, I just gave an example. That was in China, where like that example of where he's a knobhead, basically. And then in Japan, the railway system just caused frustration, like kind of thing. I'm organising things. I don't know the language either. I'm looking at signs of what trains to take, and he's like, "Oh, why don't we just do this?" Then I don't know. I just got so frustrated, but like. I know, because he was complaining about. I had these. My suitcase was the 4 wheels that you can drag it along the road quite easily. It's 4 wheels, right? And then he's only got a 2-wheeler. So I'm like, oh, why don't we walk here? It's like, he's like, he goes, oh, it's easy for you to say. You got easy suitcase kind of thing. I'm like, what a stupid comment? What are you talking about? You're like, I don't want to walk to a further station just because I got 4 wheels. So I just remember this distinctly, and I just think, what a stupid comment. We had a little falling out about that, and now it was just those holidays, and then coming back on holidays, that was it. We just didn't talk. Like I just had enough. It was more me. So we didn't even really discuss it. We didn't really discuss I'm not like you're an idiot. It's just almost to
so
me.
You've not talk to this guy ever again.
No. Now we're mutual. Now we're civil. Like we're in a group. Like but before we were like best buddies, kind of
butt heads. Oh,
yeah, we're best buddies, like proper hang out. But now, like, if I just see him with the group, then we can have a talk. But we're not ever invite out among me and him. Whereas before, we would both literally hang out together, kind of thing. But even when we were friends here, I could see that he had like knobhead tendencies. That he treats some people a bit iffily, but it was just the way he was, in it. But then I think on holiday, you just see a different side, and you're like, I ain't got time for that. So that was that, yeah.
Yeah,
that is a good one to point out because I don't know why and it amplifies so much. I don't think I've been away with friends where I just thought, what have I? I'm just trying to think. Go on, Dave. I'm just trying to think if I have ever had that.
I think Vo's right. I think it just gets amplified, and I think it's because you're with each other. You're not normally with each other 24/7, and now you are. And I've had a few like arguments on holiday. Like obviously everything's fine afterwards, but I think just heightened, and it's worse because you share a room as well. Like I think if we had our own rooms, it'd be a lot easier. But because you're sharing the rooms and you can't really sort of like get space, and I just think everything just gets.
Everything's in the middle.
Everything's on edge.
Everything's on edge, and on holiday you have, like I said, situations where you don't have here, like in the mornings meeting up for breakfast kind of thing, or meeting in the lobby, or going out, just all these stuff, and you're relying on each other, like you said, Will. Like if it's just a party of 5, you're the party of 5, you're relying on each other here. Whereas here, like you're more familiar with.
You'll go home if you need to.
Yeah, if you need to, you go home or whatnot, and you got your home comforts. Whereas there, if something goes amiss, it really impacts you. Do you get what I mean?
No,
they're being an idiot. It really impacts you. Them being an idiot, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and I can. It's happened, but we obviously made up afterwards. But Yeah, and I can only put that down to the confined space and 24/7. No, you don't. The only time you really get a break from each other because you do everything together, right? It's not like you go to breakfast at different times. You go to breakfast together.
Mm-hmm.
You have lunch together. You go to the pool together or whatever. You go sightseeing together. The only real time you have on your own is when you take a dump or have a shower, and that's only like probably half an hour a day. You get some alone time, where before you're used to it. And so I think that's
I
where.
would have thought though, Bo would be that mercenary type. Like, I'm gonna do my own thing. See you later, guys.
Nah.
I don't know why I have that image in my head though, because like when we're out, you seem to know what you need to do, so you just go and sort yourself out. From what I see, anyway. On some occasions.
Yeah, but that's that. I'm not going up the lift on my own without my friends and saying bye.
True,
You know what I mean?
true.
It's stuff like that. I mean, it's
True.
common courtesies that you
Yeah.
still need to stick by. You know, so
That's what I mean. Regardless of anything, you're still going to do things together. Like you say, like one person wasn't lone wolf, even though we know someone has done that before, right? But it's not something you do to the group, right? You say, oh, yeah, everything's planned around you doing stuff together. Everything's planned around that, and like I said, just like even meet in a lobby or meet here, you're sort of all tied together in a way. I think probably in a larger group, you can probably
get away with it. But you meant
get away with it, but in a small group, like we were a group of 3. And after those experiences, we always said our next holiday we're getting separate rooms.
Well, wait, is it 3 of you in one room?
Yeah, 3 of us in one room.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one
as well.
An extra person already is like I'm not used to that. Like, I'm not too comfortable. Like these days, like let's say like going Panda events and need to get rooms and that. I'll just straight up say I'm paying for my own room.
Okay.
Straight up, I'm not about to sleep in with someone who snores. That's gonna drive me up the wall.
Can't be you and Dave then.
Yeah, I'll just rather sleep. I'll pay the extra. I don't care. I want my comfort.
Yeah, I think that's what we agreed. Like we come to an age now where we don't need to share if we don't need to.
Have you ever lived with like out or like?
No, because I stayed for uni.
With other people.
Stayed for uni and never rented, so no. Dave would have no or not.
Yeah, I rented. Luckily, when I came to London, 6 months after, some of my friends came down too, so it wasn't that.
Oh, so you stayed with them?
Yeah, so we got a place together. So I think what that helped because I think I was worried about living with strangers. So living with friends,
they're going to touch you up.
Well,
don't worry, you wouldn't have to worry about it.
But don't forget, I was skinny back then. So.
Oh yeah, true. What did it change any of your perspective of living with your you knew your friends obviously, but living with them,
you find out a bit more.
Dirty bastards,
about them, and in some respects, it brings you more closer together because you're both new to a city, and you're finding first job, like finding your feet. So I think I was lucky in some respects that I did rent, share with flatmates, and then eventually I moved out on my own, and I think that's probably one of the reasons why certain things I'm stuck in my ways because I was on my own for a long time. Definitely over 10 years. Yeah. So
that's cool.
But in one respect, you find out a bit more about yourself as well, and
So you've recently moved out and been
I've moved out.
You moved out ages ago.
I moved out ages ago. No, this is our 3rd home together in essence, in some ways. No, so this house, previous house we had, and the previous two we live in, like my.
But in terms of like getting with Leanne, that's your first time moving away from
first time
home, right?
Yeah. And
what's your experience like that in terms of like having your own roof to kind of?
I think what would have been, I don't know. I guess it's hard to say. What would be nice, right, if you had a period where you were on your own.
Because you haven't been on your own.
So I've never had a proper bachelor life.
I
feel like my own place and whatnot. No, it was straight away. Yeah, with Leanne. No, it felt fine. The only thing is like I felt like I probably got my man card like fully when I bought my first drill, and I was old enough to drill. I was like, yeah, I've made it, man. This is it. I've made it. This is like I'm a man now. I've got responsibilities. So there's that, and then every month, and then every like Sunday when I take the bins out as well, I feel like yes, this is adulting, and then that's it. That's it. So you need in like a drill and do your regular bins, and so you know you've left your clubbing days behind. That's what I'm saying.
Left the nest.
Yeah.
Bloody bin.
You're the man of the house. That's it. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Nice feeling.
Do you think it's super sexist though?
Of what? Those roles?
Yeah. Well, especially the bins.
No, but it makes sense to me though, because like, okay, I don't know what's how I think your household, but like washing the dishes, is that a woman's? Like go to the woman or not? Oh, you'd like to take it out? I can't do it. Damn it! Am I making me sound like a?
Me and Dave, we don't even make noise, man. We didn't need to make noise. We were just like this already.
Holding clothes.
You need to look over your shoulders, bro.
No wonder why I get in trouble. Okay, folding clothes.
Do it yourself.
Give me a bloody woman role. What is it? They don't have any. That's bullshit. You are bullshitting. Fine.
For me, from my perspective, is more to do around the kids and the care for the kids a little bit more than I would.
I was going to say, yeah. So Michelle cuts the nails of the kids. I don't do that.
You bastards. Anyway, is that why you don't think the bins are sexist then? Because you're saying every role is gender neutral or whatnot. Anyone can do it. But the bins fall on the men. Is that why you're asking that question?
No, what we're saying is the washing up, the laundry, the folding up,
the
bins. That's what we need to be doing anyway.
No.
I brought up the bins because I agree with everything else. Everything else is gender neutral, especially the washing up. I think that myth.
Do you know what though? The reason why, maybe obviously the way I think that is because my mum and dad were like that. My dad didn't do nothing. My mum did everything. Do you know what I mean? So maybe that's drilled in me there. Yeah.
Same my household. But I think what helped was when I lived on my own, and I think the same with Will, that you have to do those.
Have to do it.
There's no lady to do that for you. But I think
actually, I think you're right, Dave. That's probably why.
So again,
you have this.
My example is I've moved from my mum looking after me and doing all those to living Leanne, and she does most of it. Do you know what I mean? So therefore, that's why I'm thinking. And then I have the bins, isn't it? And I help out all the other bits, like try it as much as I can. But maybe I'm just sexist then. I change my ways. Anyway, can't just be holding a drill and putting it on the shelf. I think I'm done for the rest of the year. You know what I mean?
A straight shelf, by the way.
Yeah.
even those are big achievements. But I think the bins are, a good example, because that is 100%. The guys, like, I don't know any girls that put the bins out.
That's because it makes sense, because the girls, I don't know, don't want to get dirty. It's I don't think. And sometimes you do it at night time, it's not safe. You know what I mean? Silly stuff like that, right?
Or going out from your front door around the
corner. Never know, you know what I mean? It's just not safe, innit? You know what I mean? You might have these people, lurkers around, you know? Be careful. You know what I mean?
Well, on that note, let's hope we let's hope we do have lurkers around this time to, put some comments into the comment section. But yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, guys.
See you next week. Happy Easter all.
Happy Easter.